Hello folks, and welcome to a new game for us. This is called Another Brick in the Mall. And essentially we're building a mall or shopping center, and it's kind of fun. It's a top-down view, very much like Prison Architect or Sim Airport or any number of games that have that now. There's lots of fun things, lots of weird little things, but let's go ahead and start a new game off. I'm going to start without the tutorial, and I'm going to leave it in normal mode because challenge an expert. I'm not that good at this game. And there's also scenarios here where we have to revive a man in Mar or have Burger Town. I'm just going to go standard right now for funsies and go through. So we'll start this off. I'm going to immediately pause it when it comes in because I want to talk about some of the interface, how it looks, what it kind of just does in general, and then we'll move forward from there. So at the very top we have this big bar, and it has tons of information. We can see how many people we have on site. Parking, we only have 4 parking spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to expand that. Our daily sales, our daily profit. This is debt, the amount of money we have. This is research, then marketing, and then finally any objectives. Right now we have one objective, which is to open a business, and we get $10,000 for doing that. Underneath that, there's this random timeline that kind of scrolls through, and what it does is just gives you an idea of any big events coming up. In this case, we have an upcoming event for back to school, and that's kind of the big deal for us right now. On the top right-hand side, we have these little green buttons, which do not a whole lot, but they're kind of like the more informational parts of things. This is kind of at a glance. This is if you want to dive in. So if you want to see the statistics, you can dive in. If you want to see finance, you can dive in. Research, demand, marketing, you have all that stuff. You see demand and marketing, we don't have done. Research, it's a decent tree of stuff. There's not a lot that leads from one to the other, except for the road network, bus, and then restaurants and that kind of stuff. Also cold chain. If you have cold supply, you can do a lot of stuff along with security and sales monitoring, all that. We're going to close that out though, because I don't care about that right now. We have the ability to speed up and slow down the game. And then finally we have 4 buttons. We can select things, we can build stuff, we can assign things, or we can manage. One of the most annoying parts of this game is that you have to assign all of the buildings, all of the things to something. It's very similar to a top-down version of lots of other games, but there's some annoyances that come with it just because every store requires certain things, and if you don't have those things, you have to build them or link them or do things. We'll get into it. It's not a big deal. And then in the manage area, you can manage all of the stuff. Across the bottom, you're going to see these little circles kind of fly in, and this one right now is just our main objective, but there will be other things that will pop in. So let's start off here by going to build, and inside of build, we have roads, foundations, walls, and objects, and then we can remove all those things. We can also change the floor color if you're so into that, which I am. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna build out a nice old big store, 20 by, I don't know, let's do 20 by 16. That's a big old store, and we're gonna do some stuff with that store, but first we need to build it. So we're gonna hit the letter, or the number, 4 to speed the game up. You see our workers are on site, or a worker, we only have one person on site that's taking up a parking spot, and they're going through and building that building right now. We are going to need to put a door in there as well. So we'll put our door, let's say right there. We're going to put, I'll go over all the things we're going to put in here. I don't want to spoil any surprises quite yet, but this is our kind of our maintenance managed building. Where the main things happen, and then we're going to branch everything else off of that eventually. We'll see how that works. Road-wise, we can build roads, customer parking, loading zones, staff parking, garbage. There's lots of options for us here. So we are going to have to build some road stuff here, so I'm going to build that one out, and I would like to have this road going up, just so it can wrap around the building eventually. Alright, as far as more customer parking, we'll get that in place once the roads get built here. There it is. So we'll build that. We'll go in and build that. And then staff parking is going to go up this side here once we get all that stuff built into place. All right. So before we do anything with stores, they require a couple of things. First off, there's a storage area that's required. It's not an optional thing. It is required to build a storage area in order to do anything in this game. So staff only parking, we're just going to throw that in there. I should build some additional foundation stuff just to build out our store a little bigger. Just because I want to maximize that size. And then we'll get these little icons of like light bulbs, which will tell us what we want. They want us to have a grocery store and a liquor store. That's what we're looking for, along with fast food. That's by word of mouth, and that will change over time. It just kind of matters what's going on right now. Let's go back to build here. I'll get some walls in place. And I think this whole area is going to be storage. So we'll put that in there. We'll put a staff door in there. We're going to put a staff door over here, and that one's going to make sense in just a little bit. And we'll see what we can do. But you can see our parking is going into place. These should be walls, I think. We'll see what happens here as time goes on. You can see it's conflicted. It wants to build walls, but it also doesn't know what to do. So we'll figure out if it's going to build anything else. Nope, it's not going to. So there's some weird aberration there going on. I'm going to put in some floors here for our first store. This first store is going to be more of a general store where we're just going to try to get all of the things. Because we have no research at this point, so there's no way for us to expand the options that we have. When we go into research, you can see there's lots of different types of stores that we can really focus on, but we don't have that option quite yet. So let's go back into build. Let's go with a checkout counter first, so that our people can check out of said store. And once we have that in place, we'll be able to do a little more, I think. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, let's just go across the whole front of the store and get just a ton of those things in place. All right, and then from there, we're going to close that out. We want to build food shelves. So we're going to have those, one down this side. That sounds good. Maybe we'll do another one. Sure. We'll do some tables, which will allow us to sell some stuff there. Let's skip a space like that. We have a shelving unit, so we'll put those into place. We'll get some fridges. And we'll figure out the rest of this in a moment. All right, these guys are giving us error messages because we need to assign this to be an actual store. So we're going to highlight this whole thing. That's going to be a store. And then it's going to be this storage area. Now, we have to build on another road area here, and then we're going to build on a loading zone eventually, which is going to allow us to take goods from that are getting delivered and transport that to a storage area. We're going to right click on these guys go, and then we can figure out what we want. So we have beverages and food are kind of two primary things right now. So we're going to make sure that beverage wise, we have soda, we have bottled water, and we have juices. We'll have to come back for more later, but diapers, toilet paper, pads and tampons. That seems like all stuff that you'd find at a grocery store. Is there anything else here? School supplies, because if we take a look up here, school supplies is coming up. So we'll get school supplies as well. The rest of it we don't really need. And then in here, fresh bread, sure. And then we're going to go over and get food items put into place. So candy, absolutely. Canned food, sure. Breakfast cereal, absolutely. Snacks, I don't mind if I do. Cookies, heck yes. What else do we need? Sliced bread, of course that's what a grocery store needs. Sauces, pasta, tea and coffee, pet food, sure. And that's going to give us some more space for other things here, hopefully real soon. This area, did I build, oh, I built parking there, crap. Okay, my bad. Let's remove that road work and put a road back in there. And then we're going to need a loading zone. Once that gets built, you can't do it until it's totally done. And then I also want garbage pickup. And speaking of garbage, we should probably put a trash can over here because people in this game are gross and will leave stuff everywhere. All right, we're going to hire a janitor as well. And then in this store, we're going to manage our store. And when you do that, you need to do a couple of things to get started with. One, you see this blinking icon where it says link storage. You have to link the store to a place to store the stuff. So I'm going to select that storage that we have there. Our main category is not beverages. I don't know what's going on with that or why it says we don't even have that unlocked yet. Whatever. And we want to keep the store open for 16 hours. So from 8 in the morning, actually let's roll it to 7 to 11, we can do that. Let's go ahead and get some staff. So we need a shop clerk and cashiers. And all of our cashiers kind of suck right now. So let's hire some more cashiers. All right, and And let's go back to shift planning now, and then we can kind of offset these guys. So we have all of these people. I don't know what these things mean at all. Like, I have no idea what they mean. So we have, how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So shift planning, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll offset the other people there, and we'll hire 2 more. We'll hire a cashier, which is going to go there. You're going to come back, and then we're going to hire a stock clerk, excuse me, and you're going to be offset there. Okay. So we have those. Let's take a look here. We want a bookstore and a movie theater. We have to sell 10 different types of products, and we'll get $5,000 for that. This one, if we make a profit over $100, we'll make that $5,000, and this one, if we make 100 total sales, we'll make that one. So we're not using all of our checkout counters right now, and as our store gets more popular, we will have to deal with the fallout of that. But for right now, we're okay. You can see our money is doing all right. We're back up way above where we were. All right, so we've completed that objective. Let's go in here, and we're going to put that in there like so. Put a staff door on this side. This is going to become our research office, and that'll make more sense in a moment. So we get another $10,000 if we sell 20 different types of products, and if we have 100 customers on site. All right, still looking for a bookstore, a drugstore, and now they want our fast food restaurant. That word of mouth thing changes often, so you just need to pay attention to what it is. Not a big deal. We can see we're building out this area. We're going to assign that as an office. There we go. And then we have to build office stuff. So I'm just going to search for office. We have office desks there that are going to populate quickly. And that's all going to be for stuff that's required to research new things. So I'm going to right click on that office. I'll manage it. You can see it always adds in these things. You can just type on them what they are. But it goes in order. So that was the third thing we built. If we go to this guy, it's going to be with a 0. This one here is oh wow, we're selling 5% of our store is selling just soda. It's the #1 object. But let's name this we're just going to call it general store, and then you could do storage. So general store storage. Okay, there's no real reason to do that. It just makes me feel better about everything. So that's why I'm doing that. All right, let's manage our office. Let's hire some new people. And these people are going to do research for us. We're not getting lucky with good people. See, like that's what you want. Speed. All I really care about is the fastest worker possible. So I'm going to lay these plants out here. We have a total of 8 hours. So we're going to skip these every 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have somebody covering every moment of every shift there. Now we need to decide what we want. So I'm going to start off with our adult beverage license, and we'll move into cold chain next, which unlocks a whole bunch of stuff for us. And then we'll figure out where we're going for a lot of this other stuff. But we're slowly making money. We're not doing a great job, but we're not doing a terrible job either. And we have a janitor. Okay, let's hire another janitor if we can. And then our staff planning, our store opens at 7, it closes there. So I just want a janitor on duty at all times, and I think we'll be good with that. So we're moving up on our customers on site. We had a max of 8. There was a 10 there for a second. Our parking usage is doing all right. Our sales are definitely moving up. And our profit, hopefully we're going to turn our profit today, because yesterday's profit was negative 76%, which is not desirable. If you're ever opening a business and you make negative 76% profit, you're not doing a good job. All right, we need to see what's going on with those right there. I believe it's just because our janitor starts tomorrow, so the janitor should be coming in here. We go into our staff and our staff planning. At 7 o'clock, we should have a janitor on staff. That'll take care of everything. We made 51% profit yesterday, so we did make money. We made over $1,000, and that's all we've done so far. So we have staff coming in. You can see our research is at 58%. So we have that working out decently well. And we're going to add on another store in this area here soon. We have infestation of rats. That's a problem. Just because we have trash bags that were left somewhere that they shouldn't have been. And we want a drugstore, a movie or a video game store, and a movie theater. So we have some work to do. We're getting there on our research, but we have some more work to do. And we'll figure out exactly what that looks like here soon enough. I think this is eventually going to become a grocery store, not a general store, but we'll see. And the nice thing is we can still leave that GS storage because grocery store or general store both have the same initials, GS. So we'll see how that works out. Alright, we have our adult beverage license. We're going to go with cold chain next. Again, I'm just trying to, if we look at our research, these are 24 pointers. There's a 96, a 192, 192. So some of these really add up real quick. And I want to make sure that we're not hurting ourselves by doing too much. So we're going to kind of just relax with some of that. This guy is going to be a pretty narrow store. But this is going to be our adult beverage store. And I think we're going to need to expand our parking area here soon as well. So let's go over and plan out some roads. So we'll do that, and then we'll get some more customer parking in there. Because parking right now is just about full. Yeah, see, we're getting... whenever you get these red circles, it's bad. So we missed 4 potential customers because they couldn't find a parking spot. And we'll put on our double door there. We'll put on a staff door there. Food shelf says that if we take a look at that list, it has adult beverages in there. So we're going to add that on here. And then we need a checkout counter. And we have room for another third one if we want it. Alright, drugstore, video game store, and fast food restaurant are still what we're looking for. Oh, I can put in cold storage stuff there too. What is it called? Fridge, okay. Oh, and I have to assign that as a store, I'm sorry. And we made some money. There we go. Let's manage this store. We're going to link storage to that area. We want to stay open for... So we'll open at 9. We'll stay open... We want to stay open for 16. I don't know why it's... Oh, I can't go past midnight. That's right. Okay, so... There we go. We're going to hire some cashiers to work in our adult beverage store. And then we'll hire a stock clerk. 2. And then we can go to shift planning and get that taken care of. There's lots of little micromanagement in this game. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love... As long as it's not too much clicking, I love these style games. Alright, but let's go in here. From my experience here, they usually want it to be a hard adult beverage store. So we're gonna make sure that more than 50% of the store is set up to sell that stuff, and then the rest of the store will be for the other adult beverages that the game offers us. But we have 9 there, so I'm just gonna make sure that we have that. That's gonna be for other adult beverages. And then this one is also going to be for adult beverages. Alright, we have a new goal here to make 2,000 sales, so we need to do that. Let's see our total sales. Yeah, we definitely need to make way more sales. Let's change the floor style here. We're going to make a classy adult beverage store. Class, class, class. There we go. There we go. We got our adult beverage store in place with hopefully some nice stuff coming in place there. And look, we have our adult beverages are now getting stocked up on the shelves and people are buying stuff. Fantastic. All right, let's go back here, take a look at what we have. All right, I guess we're going to go sales monitoring. No, I want frozen food. Here we go. We're selling 20 different things. And then we also have these guys here that are available for new items. So if we go over to food, we have milk, dairy, fresh meat. Awesome. And over here, we have fresh fruit that we can put in, fresh veggies. Let's go with more fresh bread because who doesn't like fresh bread? And then this guy here, that can be more soda, whatever. Let's go over to build objects fridge. Put all those into place and then we'll get these. So I'm going to do 2 of each of these. I don't know if there's more to come out, but I want to just make sure we have some of the bases covered here. And that's a pretty good grocery store. If we go over to manage store, you can see that it is identified as a grocery store. So I'm just going to change that to groceries. I don't know if I can. There we go. Okay. So we have that. We have some new things being put in. And hopefully before the store opens, we'll have those fully stocked and ready to go. Not quite, but pretty close. Let's see. If we sell 30 different products, we get another $15,000. And we still need an adult beverage store, or excuse me, a drugstore, a women's clothing store, and a fast food restaurant. And we need more parking. So let's go back to build and get more customer parking. Because right now that seems to be the number one concern that we have. Getting all that into place, and what I'm liking right now is our lines are not terrible. We also are not fully staffed up, so we have about half the staff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. If I go to manage store and take a look at our staff and staff planning, that's 4 and 4. So I still can hire 2 more people, which essentially is going to increase our capacity there by 50%, which is massive. It looks like we're still going to need to buy more spots. So let's go over and build customer parking and do more. But I think we're doing okay otherwise. There are a couple areas where we had some stuff that was out of stock, but looks like we're bouncing back with all of that and doing our jobs. All right, what does that give us? This frozen food, ice cream, vegetables, frozen pizza. Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to change out some of these. So we already have this guy here. Well, let's go over these ones. So food, ice cream, frozen vegetables. And I'm just trying to look for visually repeats here. So, and pizza. Okay. We're still looking for a fish shop. So it's store with over 50% fresh fish. Coffee shop would be nice. And a clothing store. All right, and then we have a whole bunch of new objectives for ourselves here. So let me go in here. I want to make sure we don't get rats again because we've 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to hire another janitor. And we'll go to shift planning, and you're going to work overnight. You're going to work there. And now we at least have a janitor on staff all of the time. Which hopefully will take care of any potential issues we have with rats that we ran into before. But you can see our little shopping center. This is not a mall by any means right now. It's just a shopping center. But it is slowly but surely moving along. And I do kind of appreciate it right now. I'm going to build these walls in and then I'm going to remove this area. And then I guess I'll have to rebuild the nice floors in there once that goes away. There we go. And it just helps it feel a little bit more open, a little bit more complete. And we are on day 8. So We have a really big research center that we are not utilizing fully yet, but we will. We just need some more money. We have our very first store here, which is making us some profit, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. 76 profit, over $3,700, and this one is a very low profit, but it's fine. We're doing our job here, and we're getting ready to go with all of that stuff. So our research is moving along, and our little general / grocery store and adult beverage store are rocking and rolling. Folks, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. We're going to build this place out to be hopefully significantly better and greater than what it is. But this is called another brick in the mall. We're building a little strip center right now, but hopefully we'll get to a full mall status soon. But I dig everything that we have right now. And I hope you'll join me as we continue our journey through and making the world's best mall. Thanks for joining me here today, folks, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.